Okay, so we're moving on to the next step. So after you've tumbled the brass, right? Um, you can either rinse this, get like a container, and fill that container with water and along with the brass, and you just rinse it out, and all of that stuff should come off. And then once you're done with that, you get a paper towel or regular towel, whatever, and then you just dry it off. I mean, you can wait till it dries just by itself naturally, but I like to take that extra step just to make sure to get all that tumbling, polishing agent off. Um, but while you're doing that, what you also want to do is you want to like try to feel for it and see if there's any kind of damages. Like you'll see like little, I don't know if you can see it, but you could kind of see like little bumps here and there. No, you can't see it on that. Anyways, if I see one, I'll show y'all. But what you want to do is you just want to make sure that the brass isn't severely damaged, like it hasn't been scratched. If it has been scratched, check to see how deep it is, how shallow it is. If it's like, I don't know, scratches are a little bit different. If I do see it scratched, whether it's minor or not, I just throw it out. I don't want to risk it. If it's like little bumps, whether they hit something or something like that. I don't know if you can see that. It's right here. It's like a little indentation right there. Right there. Anyway, so if it's something like that, like a little minor indentation, then it's okay. That's not gonna really affect anything. But if it's like, a lot more than that to where it starts to like, like if it's bent or something like that, then you don't want to use that either. All right. So the next step after you've tumbled, I don't know if you can see that, but you see in that hole, there's a little something stuck right there. That's a little piece of the corn cob. You just take something like this, like a sharp tool or whatever, and you just poke a hole through that. Alright. And then now, you should be able to clearly see through, as you can see. There you go. So that's one part of it. And the other part is if you like, when you look inside here, you can't really see it for some reason. But if you look inside here, you'll see a bunch of like carbon, burns and all of that. You need to clean that. It doesn't have to be like perfect, but you do need to clean that. So just to give you an idea, let me see if I can get it against the light so you can see. So see how there's a carbon buildup from that primer powder burn. So you will need to clean that. And just to give you a comparison, I think I have one that I already cleaned. So just to show you, see? So the one on the right has the carbon, the carbon buildup. The one on the left is the one I cleaned. So you can kind of, I hope you can see that. But that's the way it should look. That's the way it should look. Alright, so when it looks like this, after you're done cleaning it, that means it's good to go. And you can go ahead and put a new primer. All right, so that's really the next step after the tumbling. Now you can take your time. Sometimes I like to take my time to clean that, which I will. So for this one, you could get, if you have Brasso, you know, take a little Brasso, mix it with water, take a Q-tip, and you try to clean as much as you can. You're not gonna get it 100% clean like it's brand spanking new. It's not gonna get that way. I'm sure there is a way, but you know, I don't really, I'm not at that level. So yeah, so if you can clean it, great. It will just be better. But you don't, it doesn't have to be perfect, you know. Let me see if I can, I want to see if you can see that in there. No, I don't think you can. Man, I gotta get better with this camera. But as you can see, you kind of see that on the side, inside there, like that little carbon, you know, that's been built up. So that's what you do. You just clean that, and like I said, it doesn't have to be 100% perfect. You know, just it's really up to you. It's your really preference. So that's the next step on that. All right. So we'll go ahead and move on to the next step after this, and then that'll be the end of part one. I guess, yeah, part one of this video. So yeah, so I'll go ahead and clean the rest of this. I don't really have time because I gotta go to work tomorrow. But the next step I'll show you is recharging your brass. So when I say recharging, I mean like getting a new primer and re-priming the brass, and that's a whole nother step. So let's go ahead and move on.